ghost train and then there's this public art.
Right, well, our plan right now is, without having a lot of detail analyzed, is to do it like we've done with our previous projects where, because, well, I don't know, the new tax law will allow donors to have a tax savings with a donation, but we'll have a run through the foundation or donated a foundation. They'll hang on to the money and document it accordingly. And then when the project gets rolling, as we did with the bridge, with the ghost train, that money will be transferred to the village. And I'm sure in whatever process you use, your treasurer will release funds to take care of it. So that's kind of where we are. There's a lot of undefined, but we thought it'd be good to introduce it to you. Thank you.
Oh, trustee Maher.
I do support
And then
this
trustee Mitchell,
project.
sorry.
I think it's exciting. I've seen it down in downtown Milwaukee. I would suggest that you look at item number 9 in the ghost train resolution on the village's road.
Okay.
And the the end of life cycle for the
Oh.
art. And also maybe think about at Atwater Park, the box is up against the residential property and kind of back in some bushes, so.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And the bid might want to be.
It's in the grass and it's.
Yeah, we may end up, obviously we are, I guess we aren't going to end up with any two boxes identical. And as I said initially, each design that is the final selected solution should very carefully and appropriately reflect the site and its surroundings.
Trustee Mitchell.
I would just request it, as this comes back, I think this is a perfect item for the Community Business Relations Committee to work out all these details before it comes back to the full board. I'll just make that request.
If we have committees by then, yes. We'll
If
send it
what?
out.
If what?
If we vote to go back to committees by then, yes.
I thought we already just discussed
Do we take them?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. And Dick, I just wanted to mention that I did notice there's a lot of sites that are next to businesses.
There's a lot of
Boxes, like there's one by North Shore Boulangerie, and if you just want to notify the bid, they probably could get the word out once we get closer, and they could really work with business owners and really bring a lot of visibility.
Sure. Thanks.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next agenda item for tonight is the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? So moved.
No, we don't have to stay.
Second. Does anyone want to pull any items from the consent agenda? I do. I want to pull A, presentation of accounts, B, the regular meeting minutes, and what should be C, which is the Cal meeting minutes, correct? There's 2 sets of minutes now.
Well, it's not on here,
But they're in the packet.
so we can't talk about it.
Okay, so do we just schedule those for next time?
I think we've been wanting to put them all at once. So I think both the cow
Okay.
and the board meeting are item 5B.
Great.
So you would recommend both items 5A and 5B?
Does
that make sense?
February 6th.
It just says consider village board minutes for January 7th.
Thank you.
Actually, it should be 2019, but
I'll see you
we're on here.
Thursday afternoon.
Okay. All right, so if you just pull one and pull them all. All right. Mark's not here. I do have some questions on presentation of accounts. Should I make a motion to defer it? There's a bike share cost. I don't know, I wanted to find out when that contract closes. Bike share, there was a
Oh, thank you.
stormwater management plan, 10,000. There's about 4 things. I'll provide you with a list of all the people and having all of them responses. Just the one of the answers, or I send them to everybody.
Yeah.
That's pretty helpful. Okay. So not deferred, just, okay. So we don't need to make any changes, but then we're gonna be adopting it, right? I guess it doesn't matter.
So we have to fill through this.
Okay, so I don't,
You want-
I'll move to approve the presentation of accounts.
Second.
Well, we still have to have a vote to approve C, D, E, and F before we go to A and B.
Oh, I already motioned to approve the consent agenda.
Yeah.
We
Just to clarify what's.
still need a vote on that.
Okay.
Let me clarify just what's completely been removed. Is it just A and B?
Yes.
And Steve, right? Oh, no, that's right, 'cause it was contained with it.
Okay. So we need to vote.
oh, I'm sorry. I did not realize that Water Beach Lifeguard Services was on the consent agenda.
You want to pull that?
Okay, so do we just go to the next one, or do we, there's no changes to the presentation now, so we should make a motion to approve it?
Well, if you, it's up to you if you're pulling or not. No? Okay, so I have you just pulling items 5B and D.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, so B is minutes, and,
So right now we need to vote on items A, C, E, and F, and then after we vote on that, we can go back to B and D. Is that correct, Nathan?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because we already have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
okay, I didn't pull the lateral rehabilitation project, but that could use a fiscal note too, next time. All right, so do we have a motion to approve?
We have a motion and a second.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And now we will discuss B, consider January 7th, 2019 village board meeting minutes. Mike, I think there was something on page 1 that, did you send about the annual cost versus that
Yeah, the
each
bottom
building?
of the third line from the bottom says, two people, a total of 640 hours each billing cycle. That should be each year. It's not each billing cycle, it's 640 hours.
I'm sorry, could you clarify which page again? I'm not picking
First
up on it.
page, third line from the bottom, it says 640 hours each billing cycle. It should be 640 hours each year.
Each year.
And then on page 2 at the very top where it starts saying some village board members expressed, there's two, first it says in the middle paragraph, some village board members would like to see both, question why all 3 components will be bid together, and then later it says oversee the contract of all 4 vendors. Was it 3 or 4? You know how there was like a contract and then there was these subs underneath it? I thought it was 3, but.
I don't know that we know at this point. That was speculation, that it was 4 different components that could be 3 to 4 different vendors, but we don't know that.
Okay, because it just states, some village board members questioned why all 3 will be bid together, and then later it says, explain the project manager will oversee the contract of all 4 vendors.
Why don't we just amend it to say the manager would oversee the contract of all vendors?
That's fine, I didn't know they had a match. Okay, and there was discussion about ongoing costs that may be increased due to AIM, such as mailings and cost of communications. Like, somewhere in there, I just wanted to note that, because all the other concerns were noted except that one.
Could you restate that?
Yeah, so it was-
Repeating that.
Some village board members, because I'm just following the same pattern here, asked if the ongoing costs of AIM, or AMI, whatever it's called, will be more than current costs due to increased communication and mailings.
If I could clarify though, that only becomes an issue if you move to monthly billing.
Right.
But that is a completely separate decision, that because you select an AMI system, monthly billing is not automatic. That is that's at the discretion of the board. So those mailing costs don't necessarily follow an implementation of an automatic metering
The same
infrastructure.
thing with the web, I think we talked about the web thing, but did you state that in the meeting? Because if so, we can break that right after it. I just don't.
I believe that was stated, but
Okay.
Could we simply reference the cost comparisons of different technology where was discussed? And then, because I really do think that it's hard to recollect. It was a very involved discussion.
I don't know what was the cost of the technology. I specifically was talking about because of the increased communication and mailings. There's a whole,
Well, I said that it was not okay to use water and it's not in there, so I don't know how detailed we're gonna get. I know sometimes we just don't know what's gonna be helpful.
okay, so do we not want to put it in there? That's fine with me. I think, just make sure, because there's a lot. I think that's it. Does anybody else have anything? Oh, just after, I'm sorry, after C on page 5, at the very end, we were talking about what would happen about alley funding. It says we didn't want to short the alley project, and we don't pay for Wilson Drive. I do want to note, I had stated, I don't know, I don't remember what came after it, but that if we were going to transfer money back, we would need to do it by vote. So we had transferred money from alleys to Wilson Drive, and then as the minutes read, it looks like Wilson Drive isn't coming in over budget, and so at the very end of that conversation, I know that we would need to transfer money back.
So we can't do that tonight, but you're right.
I just remember the just a couple of minutes. Is that, I didn't say that wrong. No.
So just specify that one more time for me, so that
If,
transfer funds,
in order to transfer funds back from alleys to the Wilson Drive account, from Wilson Drive to the alleys,
yeah, right,
village board action is needed, something like that.
okay.
Okay? So with those, does anyone make a motion to approve?
I would to approve.
I'll second.
All right.
I just have a question regarding the last change that you made. It was, could you just repeat the last change that?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Then on page 5 under agenda item C, that we'll be adding that if the board wishes to transfer funds back from Wilson Drive to alleys, that village board action is needed.
Okay. Thank you.
And I do have a motion and a second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And now for Atwater Beach, lifeguards. So, does anyone else have any questions on the, before I say mine? Everyone's okay? So the memo talks about, it's been a long tradition for the village of Shorewood to have lifeguards. I believe that they had lifeguards between 2014 and 2017. Before 2014, so I don't know how, I just want to make sure.
How long of a period, a gap there was?
There was I have heard that there was a time long ago. I don't know
Okay.
when it was, but I was told by Deb Stoles that there was a time that they had control of the lifeguards. I don't know when that was. Leanne shaking her head, yes, okay.
Okay, so
I don't know when that was, but that was definitely prior to 2014.
okay,
So the 2014, and maybe even a few years prior, it was Milwaukee County that provided the lifeguards to the village. I know that was a few years, I don't know how long that was, but it would definitely predates 2014.
okay. 'cause-
Even 2010, because Friends of Atwater Beach was responsible for advocating that the county, that lifeguards. So my recollection is that the recreation department managed it for decades, up until the early 2000s. And then they stopped, they no longer could manage that, and there was no contract in place. And then sometime between 2006, 2008, the contract with the county was established.
Okay, so I guess we'll just leave it. I just assumed, I saw an email going back and forth from President Johnson, and he was like, please confirm that before 2014 you didn't have a first, so. All right.
Can I ask a question on proposal content? Number G is examples of similar work. I mean, I'm guessing there aren't too many contractors who provide lifeguard service, because it's kind of a municipal or public function. And I'm just thinking, the contractor we had prior to last year would not be able to, he just sort of got it up together, and put it together to be able to do it for us last year. So I wouldn't want to